going on, top fans? It's Chris from CYB TV, and it's the pre-match chat for Everton versus Chelsea. We're back at home, and this is a very, very crucial match, like the last have been, to our league standing in the next couple of weeks. So let's just get right into it. As we all know, our home form is absolutely phenomenal. We are hosting a pretty sad Chelsea side. They did win their midweek FA Cup match, so maybe they might bounce back on that. But in terms of league play, they haven't really kept up pace. Arsenal, they won their match today against Leicester. Um, so they jumped us again. They collected all 3 points. Tottenham won their match against Crystal Palace today. So the pressure's on Chelsea, Unfortunately, Crystal Palace in their pretty good form recently couldn't hold off a Tottenham side that has slowed down themselves a bit. But this win definitely helped them, and also the re-inclusion of Harry Kane. So Tottenham are, a bit up, and ready to really make the final push. So pressure's on Chelsea, and so they're gonna come to us. We're gonna give them the ride of their lives. Us being at home, in front of our home supporters, the Goodison faithfuls, screaming in their ears. So it's going to be a very, very rough match for the both of us, for both Everton fans, Chelsea fans, and both, sides altogether. So, um, and like I said, in my post match chat, they do have, the likes of N'Golo Kante, who has been named Player of the Year or season, whatever that award was that he got. They still have, their Diego Costas, their Eden Hazards, So on paper it doesn't look so good, but we still have, our phenomenal home form, and we're just gonna have to really pick it up from that drag of a game that we went, when we were at the London Stadium or whatever they called West Ham's new home. We're gonna have to really pick it up, and if Lukaku wants to move back to Chelsea, he's gonna have to show it, and it's gonna obviously benefit us if he's gonna go out and give it his all. If he wants that move, he's gonna have to play and really tear a new one into Chelsea tomorrow or Sunday. Much like he did in that FA Cup match last season when he scored that hat trick. So, was it a hat trick? Yeah, it was a hat trick. Lineup, I mean, it's gonna probably be the same lineup that we've seen, over the last few weeks. Back to that 4-3-3 formation. We haven't changed that in a few weeks, so that's the only thing I can imagine Koeman putting out. So, I mean, it's not our strongest lineup considering we do have injuries and we do have player losses and whatnot. But we're gonna have to really, really pick ourselves up and show that we want to make that push into the top 4, top 5, whatever. So it's possible. Tomorrow, City and United do play, so maybe City can, slow down Man U a little bit. That would be very, very beneficial to us. So every at this point of the season, all other matches that are in and around our vicinity, from 8th place, all the way up, that is very crucial to us because we don't want to slow down. I mean, mathematically, it doesn't look like West Brom, who I still believe is under us, will catch up. But even more so, the matches from 6 and up are very crucial to our standing as well. So let's give a little faith into the teams that we don't want to, we don't want to see win, because they might actually, if they win a match that is crucial to us and we win a match, then the teams that are losing that are above us might actually help us out a bit. So that City United game, that might be very crucial. Like I said, unfortunately, Crystal Palace couldn't take it to Tottenham. I mean, that really doesn't affect us too much. That's more affecting Chelsea, but still, um, that Middlesbrough game with Arsenal last week, unfortunately, Middlesbrough they couldn't pull off some bullshit. So that's unfortunate as well. But we have to, even ourselves, we have to really take it to teams that we should be winning against, because Arsenal, they didn't play over the weekend. They had a FA Cup game, so we really, really should have snuck that 3 points from that West Ham match. But unfortunately, we didn't, and we just had to keep it pushing. Time is winding down now, and there's all this talk about transfer rumors. The Yuri Talemans, the Fraser Forsters, all that. I mean, that's all nice to hear, but we have to, show these players that we're trying to attract that we mean business. So all we could do is really just hope that this next month of matches is going to be favorable, So let's just hope for the best on Sunday. Really take it to a slow down, Chelsea team that might slip up. We might cause a huge slip up. They have been at the top of the table for a very long time, and who knows? Maybe Tottenham will win the league this season. So yeah, that's about it. No real transfer rumors. Okay, the Yuri Talemans thing, like I mentioned, we're ready to offer him 25 million. We're ready to offer Anderlecht 25 million euros, I believe. Or a figure somewhat similar to that. A huge figure for someone who's been really on the forefront of European prospects for the last 3, maybe 4 years. Monaco's also interested in him. They're more so leading the charge to pick him up, but we're ready to offer 25 million euros for a player who, look up some highlights. He is pretty damn good. As well, Fraser Forster back in the talks of Everton, possible Everton pickups. And another one we haven't actually heard of since last summer, Kalidou Koulibaly from Napoli. We're back in talks with Napoli over a price for him. He really blew up last season, and he's still doing his thing this season. Now, I like Napoli. Napoli is a very good team. If I was to support a Serie A team or a Calcio A team, whatever they are, I would support them more because family ties. So, well, in terms of like ancestries and my family, um, but yeah, so they're a pretty good team, and there's a few players I would like to have myself. Kalidou Koulibaly being one of them. Lorenzo Insigne. If we could pick up a Dries Mertens, I would love to see Dries Mertens. You know, considering we do need natural wingers, but I mean, I'm not Steve Walsh, so but yeah, that's about it actually for the transfer rumors. So yeah, Toffee fans, time is winding down. We just have to, we have to honestly, as us as fans, all we could do is put faith into the Blues that we love so much. Um, there, there has to be some changes over the summer. We all know that. We've known that from the beginning of the season. Definitely now there has to be some changes in personnel, in terms of players, and yeah. So that's about it. Remember, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Hit up Love Everton Forum. Like I always say, they're wonderful people, full of support. Go check me out on Twitter at COYBTV1878. hit me up on PSN. I don't know if you noticed in the background, there is some Titanfall. Definitely going to hop on that in a bit. If you want to play that, play with me on that, or FIFA, whatever, hit me up on PSN as Khill_X17X. My personal Twitter is it's ChrissyJ27. Tumblr, CYBTV1878. Twitch, CYBTV1878. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll hit you guys up in the next one. Enjoy Sunday's match. And I love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.